Hello, my name is Dr. David Postlethwaite. I'm a degree-qualified hypnotherapist. I've been in practice for over 30 years and I have a success rate of over 96%. Quite often, I am asked, why did I decide to become a hypnotherapist? And I'm always very honest with my answer. Almost 40 years ago now, I was in a very dark place. I had made a very serious attempt on my life. I had almost succeeded. After spending some time in intensive care, I was eventually discharged from hospital. I didn't feel any better mentally. I was still in that awful black place. It was suggested to me that I go and see a hypnotherapist. To be honest, I thought, what can they do? They can't change my life. They can't mend what's gone wrong in my life. But, in for a penny, I went to see a hypnotherapist. Fortunately, I chose a very good one, one who was properly qualified. I went along to see him. He practiced from his house, and I remember thinking, no, this isn't going to work. He took me into hypnosis, and I remember all the way through the session thinking, I can't be hypnotized. I can hear his next door neighbour cutting the grass. How can I be hypnotized? And that thought preoccupied me. About 30 minutes later, he told me to open my eyes. Yeah, I must admit, I felt relaxed, but I didn't feel like my life had changed. He then gave me a cassette tape and told me to play that every day. He said, play it for about a month. He says, you'll start to feel better after about a week. To be honest, I thought, don't believe this. But, I've shelled out that money, I might as well use the tape. And I always remember, it was day 5. I got up that morning, I opened my curtains, and as I opened the curtains, the sun shone in, and I thought, oh, what a nice day. And I turned away and I walked away from the window and I stopped and I thought, when the heck, or maybe words worse than that, did you last notice that? And at that point, I realized that something was changing. Within 2 to 3 weeks, I was feeling much better. So much better that I divorced the problem. About a year later, I was getting on with my life and I started thinking about how hypnosis had made such a change to my life. And I decided to phone the chap back that I'd been to see. And we started talking and I said to him, if I wanted to do this, how would I train? And he said, David, the first thing you must do is make sure that you train properly. He says, don't go for any of these postal courses that you can get these days, because the equivalent today is online courses. He says, go away, get yourself a degree in psychology. He says, then come back and ask me. And that's what I did. It took a long time. It took me 3 years to get my psychology degree. It took me a further year to get some counselling qualifications. And then another year to do my actual hypnotherapy training. Since then, I have gone on. I've done my PhD, which took me another 5 years. So, I think I've pretty much got the hang of what I'm doing. So, If you're interested in having hypnotherapy, perhaps it's something quite routine like stopping smoking, losing weight, overcoming a fear or phobia, or perhaps it's something more complex like depression or anxiety. Whatever the reason, make sure that you choose a properly qualified therapist. Make sure that at the very least they have a degree in psychology. Okay, if you'd like to have a confidential chat, if you have any questions, or if you want to book an appointment to see me, by the way, I can help all issues with one session and my charge is £95. You can call me on either of those numbers. You can call me any day between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. If I'm not in, it probably means I'm in session with a client, so please leave a name and number and I promise I'll call you back. Alternatively, you can visit my website just there. And on my website, you'll also find that for those people who maybe find £95 too expensive or who don't live near my practice, that I do make all my therapies available as instant electronic downloads for £24.99. Okay, so all that remains for me now is to thank you for watching and listening to me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.